failure has made me who I am today. Failure gives you two choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, I'm up and I am fired up because I have figured it out.
How's it going out there today, good people? Welcome back to the House of Business Podcast. This is your host, Caleb Thompson. Today we have a good one for you. This is episode 9 of the House of Business Podcast 2.0. And today we're going to be talking about unlocking freedom through operational systems. So one thing on my journey that I didn't know ahead of time, outside of delegation, but really there is no basis for delegation without systems. And what I mean by that is this, being an entrepreneur, being a CEO, being a visionary, there is nothing to really delegate if you do not have a system set in place. You can delegate something, you can delegate a task for someone to set up systems so that you can streamline your business, but your business is never going to scale. It's never going to grow unless you set up operational systems. If you do not have an operational system, that basically enslaves you to the business. As a business owner, you can hire employees, but if there is no system set in place, you will have an employee working for you at that same position for 30 years. Now, if an operational system is set in place and they love that position and they move to a higher position within that same field, to say they go from being your bookkeeper to your chief financial officer, or your accountant to your chief financial officer. But they know the systems that they have built for that position of accountant, or not just accountant, but at a lower level of bookkeeping, at a lower level of this profit and loss balance sheets, which the accountant does, and the chief financial officer has a wider range of responsibilities, a higher caliber of responsibilities. But what I'm saying is, without any operational systems, you are basically stuck at that business for the rest of your life. I know a lot of people that went into entrepreneurship, they basically worked. I had a guy that we had a business partnership dealing with a high level, a lot of money, around let's say $50 million, and another one that was $250 million international. But these guys, what I'm gonna say is these guys, they left these jobs that they had, acquiring this wealth, which they say you cannot acquire wealth through, but they had other business ventures, investments, stocks, bonds. They helped them acquire this wealth. But once they retired from their job, they wanted to go into entrepreneurship. They wanted to have businesses. They wanted to come up with a strategic wealth plan to be able to hand these businesses down to their heirs, their children, and things of that sort. So they didn't want to just keep this stock portfolio, investment portfolio that was just yielding 4%. They actually wanted to increase that ROI and wanted to increase it at least by 6%, where it yields at least 10% annually. So they wanted to kind of go into entrepreneurship, starting businesses. I suggested a couple things, but let's go back to what we were talking about. So unlocking freedom through operational systems. So what we mean by this, an operational system is basically these are just processes, tools, and frameworks that a company uses to manage its daily activities. It ensures efficiency and just helps you achieve your goals. Any goal that you have within a business needs to be placed in an operational system. Yes, anything that you do more than once a day, I don't care if it's from when I walk into the business, I turn the light on, I turn on all the computers, I start the coffee. If it's something as small as that you do every day, or you check the emails, whatever you do, whatever industry you're in, basically I grew up in the food industry. So when we come in, we would come in, we will open up, we will make sure that all the appliances are on, the lights are on. We will make sure that we get our inventory sheet. We do inventory early in the morning. We make sure that we go in there and check out our inventory, see what we need to buy, see what's out, see what make sure it's clean. We would just kind of do a thorough check from the front of the house to the back of the house of the restaurant. And with a checklist, checking the temperatures on the fridge. Making sure everything is working properly before the day begins. So I had to put that into a system. This is called our opening system. These are the responsibilities or the responsibilities for opening the business. So there's another system that's put in place for, drawing down a cash register, count down a cash register. There's another system set in place for folding napkins. There's another system set in place for greeting a customer, for phone etiquette. There's another system set in place. There are systems set in place for everything within a business. This helps the business to run almost like an engine without you having to be there and just basically waste all your time in the business micromanaging and making sure that everything is ran perfectly. If you can take the time out, some of these systems that it takes to set up in this business, now there are so much software out there. You have catering software, you have meal prep software, you have accounting software, you have so many types of software that can automate your business to the point that you don't need to take 40 hours out of a week to set up operational systems from the front of your business all the way to the end of your business. There are already people who have taken the time out of their life, their day, and taken up on themselves as a profession or a business manager or whatever, and they specialize in systems and writing systems for businesses to make sure that the businesses, services, and everything, the business are streamlined front to back, and they're working like a well-oiled machine. That is their job. But these operational systems, they free you as a CEO, as a founder, even as a manager in some cases, take the load off of you so that you can be able to spend more time with clients, so that you can be able to spend more time going through different stock, looking for better prices, and inventory, if it's wine selection, if it's, any other type of libations for special dinners, caterings, or things of that sort. Now I'm just using the food industry as an example because I'm very experienced in that area. But these systems, these systems that I'm talking about, they're basically encompass various interconnected components, that streamline operations, improve productivity, and support decision making. Now I'm going to tell you there are three types of systems. Like the marketing, this is something within my marketing system. I still believe that word of mouth is the best tool for marketing. But sometimes, you have to use other forms of marketing to get your product out there, to get your services out there, whether that's social media, whether that's whatever you choose to use as an avenue or a tool to market your business or advertise your business. And then once you start to draw customers, once you start to gain revenue, once you start to upscale or to scale your business, then word of mouth will help. But that is the main component to marketing. I feel like that was as a tool to scale is word of mouth. Old fashioned still works. Three types of operational systems. First operational system is manual. Just manually doing things like old school bookkeeping, traditional old school bookkeeping. That's like an operational system, but it's done manually. Automated operational systems, you know what I mean? This is where you utilize technology, to perform repetitive tasks, kind of like inventory. Inventory, maybe your hiring process, or your like inventory hiring processes. Let's see, onboarding, can be another one. Hiring, onboarding, recruiting, inventory. These are just a couple ones that can be automated to kind of help you, or chat bots, things like that. Other systems, that CRM tools, like chat bots, things like that. Things like Monday.com, seeing 150 emails with updates and promos and things like that. So these things are automated where you can set them once or twice a week with the customized messages and the customized information that you need. And then you have hybrid, which is half and half. Some of it is done by hand and some of it is done automated. Okay, so these are a couple of I hope you're getting this. This is basically telling you that if you have a mind to go into entrepreneurship, as an entrepreneur, you do not have an entrepreneur mindset if your mindset is set on leaving a job and creating another job for yourself. It doesn't make sense to me. You do not leave a job, go and spend your time, your money, resources, and energy and create another job that you work more hours, and 9 times out of 10 you will be paid less because you really don't see any profit within a business unless this is the only way you will see a profit within a business as soon as you leave a job. This is if you have purchased a franchise business that already has great brand awareness, that already has all the operational systems set in place. People already know what KFC is. I'm not advertising for them, but people know what Starbucks and Chick-fil-A is. Now, if you go into and I'm not sure if those certain companies are open for franchise purchases, but are in the market for franchise. But what I'm saying specifically is that is the only way, and then you will still have to advertise or advertise that it's going to have to be put in. It's going to have to be put in a strategic location to make sure that it draws revenue. If I'm living if I put a Popeyes in a low income place, because it is marketed, the product and the services and the target market strategy is aimed towards those people that live there, it may do good. But if I put a Popeyes in Southampton Beach, it's not going to work. So you have to strategically place your businesses in an environment or a place where they can flourish. If you do not strategically pick a location where your business can scale, then you're out of there. You're basically I can't just. It has to do a SWOT analysis. We'll go over what that is. These most of these podcasts that we air here on House of Business Podcast 2.0, they are for up and coming entrepreneurs, people that are taking chances on life, that are taking chances on their dreams. They are coming out of the matrix system or let me pull back on the saying that, but what I'm saying, which I don't mind, but I'm saying they are coming out of trading their time for money. They are coming out of that system, trading their time for money. They are chasing their dreams. They are building businesses. They are connecting with other entrepreneurs. They are connected with investors. They are connecting with mentors that will help them to be great leaders, to increase their value, their character, their resilience, their grit. They understand their why. They're passionate about what they're doing. They understand that I'm not going into business. I'm passionate about this. This is a dream. This is something that I believe that I can do, even when I don't feel like it, and I'm going to do it even if I don't feel like I'm that passionate about it. So this is what this podcast is for. I'm just saying, if you have come to a point where you want to pursue business. I am just kind of giving you a heads up before you move into that next level of pursuing entrepreneurship. What I'm telling you is, you have to already have in your mind that you need to have operational systems set in place. If you right now, if you are baking cupcakes, let's say you're baking cupcakes. You're like, okay, well, I'm working at my job. I'm making, just say, $2,000 every 2 weeks at my job. I want to at least try to make half of that every 2 weeks. That would be a goal, to make half of that every 2 weeks. And once I get to a point that my side hustle matches my job, I will quit my job to put all my time, energy, and effort towards pursuing my dream of a baker, or having a cupcake shop, or a coffee shop that sells these amazing cupcakes that I make, or whatever you make. So what I'm saying is, once you meet your goal and you abandon trading your time for money
90
and pursuing your dreams, what you need to understand is that the first thing that you need to do is start to, first off, write down the recipes. I don't care if it's batch recipes, that way so you can know for sure inventory costs, how much it's costing you to make it, and how much you're profiting. If you don't know how much you profit, you don't know if your business is actually gaining any revenue. Like, you don't even know if I'm buying 4 things of flour, you know what I mean? Let's say like a 10-pound bag of flour, 20, you know what I mean, 5-pound bag of sugar, whatever. So I'm making so many cupcakes. So I didn't measure this right, but if you pursuing business, you need to have a thing set in place where you understand that your business is scaling. You will never know if your business is scaling. So if you want to leave trading your time for money and pursue business, but you have no system set in place, basically letting you, okay, yeah, I bought all of the inventory to make 600 cupcakes. I make 600 cupcakes. By the time, I make so much money, I don't really know if I came out with a profit or not. I just know that, $20 here, $30 here, but I use some of the stuff that I had from the last bake sale. You don't have anything, a system set in place to really help you to understand if you made how much of a profit that you made. That needs to be broken down to a point that you can keep track of what you're doing. That way, if you ever hit just say a brick in the wall, you can say, okay, well, or your operational costs, or your profit and loss statement, you said, well, we're spending too much money here. Our profit is going down. You have no way to really track that in your profit and loss statement, your operational costs. How much is it costing you to order these, these cake pans off Amazon or whatever you're using? No, I'm not really privy to that particular pastry shop, but I'm just using that as an analogy. But operational systems are what free you and give you freedom. See, if there is a system set in place to help you with inventory, help you with batch recipes, that will help you with stock management, then you do not need to be at the business sitting there micromanaging the business. So a couple of core areas of business operations is human resources. So you can have systems set up for human resources. That's employee recruitment, that's performance evaluations for the employees that you hire. They could do like 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day probationary periods where you evaluate the employee's performance. And you can have systems set in place for training videos, and compliance as well. Make sure you're compliant. Number 2 is financial management systems. These systems, I've used a lot of accounting systems. These are systems, they consist of accounting, payroll, overseeing budgets, and reporting those budgets and those things into the database so that you can have it for, say, your annual reports, your monthly reports, or quarterly reports, or whatever, however you track your or track and report your financial statements. Number 3, another system is inventory management. This manages your supplies, Track your stock levels and prevent overstock or shortages. Number 4 is production systems. This manages manufacturing. If you're into that business, how you manufacture your certain products. If your product is starting off like through like supply chain management or logistics, anything that has to do with logistics, supply chain management. It started from raw material going, it's been built, going to a warehouse and then been shipped either globally or if you're just making it in-house and shipping it, but manufacturing in that sense. Okay, so that was production. So these are just a couple of systems or examples of those systems that we were talking about. And once again, man, I hope everybody's having a good holiday. I hope everybody is going to have a good holiday. We will be back this Saturday with another one, which we missed last Saturday. Missed a Saturday, but we're going to continue to be consistent. Going to continue to get these things out of here so that we can help you guys. So I'm going to give you a couple of ways that systems free you, which we talked about how systems free you in the first place. But I'm going to give you a couple of ways how systems free you. Maybe just 3 small ones. I hope you learned something from this. Basically, this lets you know that when you set systems in place or things in place, it just causes you to have less stress for once. Less stress because we have an operational system that's set in place that's been tested and that's been proven and and that's has helped a lot of businesses in the past. You'll use it. Certain things that I use or like Alignable. It's kind of like a Facebook for food industry or food companies. Alignable or let's say bark.com is also a good one. So we use different things to help us as well. But just payroll processes, just payroll systems of payroll just help you, save you time with data entry. Just automated, hiring systems, save you a lot of time. But now they have things that where if you bring a resume or upload a resume into your system, that AI could basically read this resume and see if this is a tailored fit for the position that you have at hand. So a lot of things are getting a lot easier. It's getting easier to run these businesses, but if you are not privy or very experienced on how to incorporate AI into your business, you can still lose in business. There are a lot of experienced business owners, but the younger generation, because a lot of things are automated and because they're more knowledgeable about AI and how to use this to the best of their advantage and use technology to the best of their advantage, they are out working. They are out doing, people that's been in business for 40 years. Because they learn how to use this technology to their advantage to give them the upper hand, and they save a lot of time. What would take you, let's say, 20 hours bookkeeping, it'll take them 10 minutes, with data entry or keeping everything automated. So what I want you to know is, man, that you guys just continue to work, man, work hard, man, continue, man, to believe in your dreams. Just continue to do the things that's necessary that you have to do. There's a lot of sacrifice that goes into entrepreneurship. There's a lot of sacrifice. If I knew some of the things that I knew now, I would have been more prepared. What I mean by that, if I knew a lot of things that I knew now going into entrepreneurship, I would have stayed quiet. I would have stayed quiet and hidden on purpose while building my dream in silence. And then once I made it to a certain point where I feel like that I'm prepared, but you'll never know when you're fully prepared to really do what you need to do. Because you'll hit a point where you're kind of stuck and you need some mentorship, you need some help, and you're saying, okay, let me give it a test run. Once you give it a test run, you're like, oh man, I'm still not prepared to really launch this business the way that it needs to gain its respect or notoriety in the marketplace. So I want you to know that you can't do it alone. You need to grind in silence when no one's looking, when no one's clapping for you. You need to continue to grind. You need to continue to increase in value, increase your knowledge and understanding on any subject that in business that you need help with in developing a business. So 9 times out of 10, you are going to wear every hat there is to wear. You're going to be the CFO. You're going to be the CEO. You're going to be the CMO. You're going to do marketing. You're going to do finances. You're going to be the visionary. You're going to be the technology officer. You're going to be the chief, information officer. You're going to be the, you're going to be the chief people officer. You're going to be everything there is that is needed to run a business all by yourself. And then once you start to expand, you can start to find, build your dream team to help you to reach the goals and the heights that you have in your mind. Your vision will never come to light the way that you need it to by yourself. You're always going to need help. So you guys just continue to chase your dreams. Continue, man. I'm proud of you, the ones that listen to these videos, man. I'm thankful. Catch us here, like I said, next Saturday. I'm thankful for you taking time out of your day to listen to these videos. I'm thankful for God, just for seeing another year. The year's not over, but I believe I'll make it to the new year. But man, I'm just grateful for everything that's happened to me this year, the ups, the downs, the lessons. It's all, man, brought me to this point of helping me to understand who I truly am, and that, and that I'll never be satisfied. That lets me know that not in a bad way, but I'll never be satisfied with mediocrity. It lets me know I'll never be satisfied with being at the same level the rest of my life. I never want to be comfortable. I never want to stay comfortable and feel like, okay, I've made it. Let me sleep, let me slumber, let me fold my hands. I always want to, compete up. I always want to move to the next level. I always want to give honor where honor is due. I always want to, have admiration and not envy and jealousy towards those that I'm admired by. I want to confuse the two, like some people have done, and endlessly trying to destroy me in some areas for no good reason. But those are the things that come with pursuing your dreams. It usually comes from family. It usually comes from those who are the closest to you. And you have to continue to be resilient. Going backwards, it's not an option. Losing, it's not an option. It's not an option. So, just continue to do what you guys do. I'm counting on you. If you guys need help with anything else, you can tune in next week. Y'all can tune in next week, and we'll keep everything going. This is the House of Business Podcast 2.0. This is your host, Caleb Thompson. But this is the place where we give you the tools and the dreams to execute the dreams of business. See you guys next week. Peace.